So, hello and welcome people back to, we're not Chris Redfield.
Why not?
Well, I mean, we only pushed the rock, we didn't punch through it.
True.
And there was no quick time event.
But there is bugs to catch.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that menu is confusing because you have to choose the discard option to discard something else in order to have it.
Instead of discarding what you just picked up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there is a Sheena over there, but our main objective is actually that.
Aw, go talk to the Sheena. What the hell?
Eventually, in a moment. Our objective is this inconspicuous dojo for Sniff Masters.
Not sure if you'd qualify this as racist or not.
Eh. To be fair, this was made in Japan.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully we've been working on that.
Yeah. It was one, not anymore.
Well, that's very sad. Oh yeah, about him rambling, that is entirely true. He is the rambliest of the masters.
Still wondering where the fuck Mr. Birdie went.
He went to heaven.
I mean, I know, but still.
Very short messages and pictures to people. He became the Twitter bird.
That's a fate worse than death right there.
That's true. I'll be helping you. Yay! The book of the Sniff Master medal.
The Thievius Raccoonus. I mean, the Book of Sniff Masters.
Mm-hmm. You have to help all of them, except for the ones you don't really have to help.
All but, like, a handful.
Mm-hmm. Actually, from this point onwards, the game actually makes it a little bit more apparent what you're supposed to be doing. Because now, the most important quests will be indicated by Patasi. He will jump out from time to time and be like, hey, do this. I am trying to do as many as possible because there are still more accessories to buy. I'm not gonna be getting them all, but you know, because not all of them are up to my taste.
Your very specific taste.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, gotta go to Alice, and actually very nicely, Boris is already over here.
Green grape.
Yeah, they just throw away the melon. Don't need more melon. But yeah, you see Boris is there. Let's talk to him just to make sure. And we don't need any more money
Holy
for the rest
crap.
of the game.
Jesus Christ.
For the next level, you need to become a Sniff Master. Which is kind of bullshit. You will see what I mean by that. So yeah, next level, 0 smells. But we still have like the entire second row of hearts that's not filled up. And he's not going to increase it until we become the Sniff Master. Actually, we're not gonna be talking to Boris just yet, because there is obviously a thing over there, a cave. We should explore it. And talk to this Sheena.
She was very happy to see you. That's why she jumped.
Mm-hmm. I came around and I said hi. So yeah, now we're in a new village, and that means it gets added to our, you know, inventory of places to which Boris can carry us on his back. This is the Chihiro village. Yeah, the bats are bullshit.
Well,
I started checking and I was like, oh wait, I can't carry anything.
Balthazar.
Yeah.
Are we gonna meet a dog named Bard?
Rachel. So yeah, now they're also selling hot drinks, which is for the next status effect that will be introduced. And we can bark on this hedgehog.
Is the area gonna play the hot drink song from Wendy's?
No. It actually has. Well, no, that one has the same theme as the Highlands, where we meet our lastest master. But the place in between has a very, very nice song. Of course, Monocle. Yeah, don't need anything. Fashionable necktie. I'm gonna go with the fashionable one. It looks so stupid.
Well, I mean, it's got fashionable in its name.
Mm-hmm. So it has to work with everything. But yeah, for now, we can go into the next. Location that's available to us, but there is no point because we will have to come back there later. So yeah, I think this is the least nonsensical outfit I have come up so far. So we're in the we're in Pupsville again. And this is Alice, in case you didn't remember.
I always remember her as the maid.
Yeah. The maid with the black glasses.
Was this translated in the UK or something? Because of how they put U's after O's a lot?
I think because she's a maid in a noble's mansion. Unless it's in other places.
I'll have to keep a lookout.
But yeah, Noble was pissed. Well, leave this problem to me because I have actually benefit in solving issues.
I know, right?
Install a water tank and a bug cage. Well, thankfully, we already have that. We found it in the Highlands. If I recall correctly.
Beats me, man.
Okay, she doesn't have anything else. Let's go to the next troubled soul. Oh, what a coincidence that I have just recently picked up something exactly what you're looking for. I'm so glad I don't have to look for those.
Yeah.
Now let's talk to them. I forgot that he wasn't in his house.
Does he go out fishing at night or something?
No. He just isn't at his house. He's just out there. I didn't notice. And here I show off how the bubble moves around sometimes. Like when you move the camera, it's pretty cute. Now we cannot. We will never fish for Merlyns ever.
We'll just
No way.
make someone else do it.
Now we will look for the blue rose. Of course, the blue rose is not something normal, so it grows in a cave apparently. But yeah, this place also has very, very nice music. And it comes in two remixes.
What? Normal and, like, intense or something?
Normal and, well, I wouldn't say intense, but it's like, there's a lot more going on.
Ah.
Or more, a few more, like, there's one or two more instruments added to it.
So is this our first honest-to-goodness dungeon in this freaking game?
Did you not expect the DOGE Island to have dungeons?
No, I didn't, actually.
There are actually a few dungeons in this game. But yeah, this is the first one. I mean, I guess you could consider like Hoya Highlands and places like that, like Treaty Woods, kinda dungeons. Same with the deserts. And this place also serves as a way to get to some other place. So I guess this is just a different kind of overworld, in a way. And for some reason there are butterflies in the caves, even though they should not be able to live there.
Not at all. But then again, there's somehow snakes in this cave, too.
Well, snakes are slightly more believable, and here we have introduction to bats. Bats are bullshit. Basically, the idea is they will notice you when you're running. And sometimes they will also notice you when you're not running. They also will likely
Sometimes
not,
they notice you.
and sometimes they will note. Well, most of the times I just run past them. But a good way of like keeping your pace up to what, like, under the noticing range, is to just keep sniffing, because then you walk slowly. Because there is no such thing as like a walk button in this game. I mean, obviously there wouldn't be space for it, really, or they could have it, but it would be kind of pointless. Aside from the from the bats,
Yeah.
which are better run past by, to be in most situations. But yeah, these snakes are a bit of a pain because they also move around, and they have a quite a large noticing range. And because we're not on a gigantic field where you can just walk around them, you just often go into confrontations with them.
So when are we gonna run into the enemies that cause the less status effect?
Well, the only two status effects in this game are poison and paralysis, so sadly not here.
Aww.
But yeah, the caves are fair, well, they're not terribly complicated. It's not like a maze or anything like that. But they have a few they have a few differing paths, and there's actually a very nice shortcut to the very end, like to the very beginning actually, from somewhere around here. Now we do already have what we need in order to complete the place, but I just decided to go slightly bit further in order to well, show off the place to the fullest, so later on I can just skip past all of this everything and just go to where the story takes place.
So are you gonna need to run back to town in order to refill on rations, because this place is designed to be a beef gate, and as such you need to go through it multiple times in order to reach the end in decent condition?
No.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, as you see, the bat for some reason noticed me even though I was walking slowly. So yeah, it's like once you have discovered everything in this place, just don't stop running. Because it's not worth investing more time into it, and that is the drop to the exit. Oh, and also you have more than enough health items at this point to survive them. So yeah, this is the last room of this location, and it has an alligator in it. Obviously.
Just a gator just chilling by himself, having a good time.
Though he does have something in there that I need. I will eventually need. I don't know for what, but I know I will need it. That's why it's blue. So it's just.
That is why we must destroy him.
Throat drops.
Throat drops.
Remember that one dog. Well, no, actually. He doesn't yet have trouble with his throat, but he will. But we already have the cure.
So can we just give it to him now, so that way it'll prevent him from getting throat trouble?
No.
Aww.
Can't open these. You know, I must say, this game has surprisingly nice looking textures for such a late title on the PS2. Like, everything looks incredibly sharp and colorful compared to, well, you know, most of the games at this point, they just either had a shit ton of filters, and why did he notice me? Either had a shit ton of filters, or like didn't even care for the textures, or well,
Or
a lot
had
of
real
times,
with brown. Just had a million shades of brown.
yeah, that is also the late PS2 option. But yeah, like this one, everything looks very, very sharp. Like, I don't think I can remember any texture which was pixely or anything similar like that. Don't you know, on the PS2, it's very rare. It's
No,
something
this room would make a good secret hideout if it existed in real life. Just saying.
It should totally be a thing. Like, next to the terrible fashion you can buy, there should be a lot of distasteful dust collectors you can find from the side quests. And none of them are for some like, not a single one of them is actually dog related for some reason.
They should have totally did a cross promote. Well, I guess they couldn't have because this was also on the Wii. But I was about to say they totally should have did a cross promotion for other PS2 games. So like, if you got a save of Okami, then you could totally make your dog look like Amy.
Well, Okami was also on the Wii, so...
Yeah, but like, you get what I mean.
Yes. Oh, so that's what behind the place, and that's what all of that's what all the drinks were about. Sorry, I'm skipping straight past to the last room right now, and I have a witch hat.
And now we're dressed like a pilgrim.
A witch hat. And goggles. I truly have become a JRPG hero.
Clearly. I could see someone naming their dog Henry.
Yeah, that's the least not normal. Heavy stones. Okay. I think that's a translation error, because you'll see what the heavy stones actually look like. But yeah, now I don't have to get the thing from the alligator. I can just ignore him and he will never bother me.
Yeah, just let him chill in his pool, man. That's all I wanted to do.
So yeah, all of the heavy rocks. Certainly a heavy rock.
I mean, it's technically not wrong. Technically.
Yeah.
It is in fact made of stone, and it is heavy.
Yeah, but like, I guess maybe the translators just didn't get the visual of what this is supposed to be.
Yeah, probably.
And to be fair, finding, like saying there should be heavy rocks in the caves, is more likely scenario than saying, hey, there should be some statues lying around the cave.
Right. Or pears, for that matter.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, and it will get even weirder once we get to the snowy fields, with all of the stuff we actually get to find there. And now we've got all of the things, and we can run past all of the bats. Just don't pay attention to us, alligator. We'll just put those heavy stones.
Oh, you put them in the middle of them. I thought you were gonna put them on top of the shrines.
That's what I thought as well, but
I guess we're not that tall, so
that would be a different problem altogether. Okay, so let us now proceed to the next area. We're getting a lot of new places in these parts.
yeah, I've noticed. I never expected to see a dungeon.
That is true, but like what I mean is we've been stuck around the same neighborhood for such a long time. And now we're getting to all kinds of new places. Oh gee whiz, better find this specific thing. Like, you know. Thankfully there are hot springs around here. There are actually quite a lot of them. Well, not specifically in this location, there is like one of them. And this is the only location where the frame rate kind of has hiccups. For some reason. It's not particularly noticeable in this version, but like when I upload it in 50 frames, it will be a bit more noticeable when the screen just kind of jumps up and down. It's not very much, it's like a frame a second that's missing or something. But that's just kind of how it ends up in games like these. Because this uses similar rendering methods to, say, Devil May Cry 3.
Ah.
So when it drops frames, the screen shakes or loses resolution, or both. But yeah, lots of new smells, and most of them highly unlikely to be under the snow. I assume that all of the things that we find are just sort of, it's just like left over after autumn or something. These penguins, they appear out of fucking nowhere every single time.
I take it this game has ice physics you're gonna have to deal with.
Yes, they're not so bad though. And also this place houses the worst enemy in the entire game. The polar bear. Well, no. One of the most annoying ones you actually have to deal with. There are a few other ones which are worse, but you can most of the time just run past them without any issues. Here you do actually have to, like, you're not actually expected to fight those enemies. Here you're actually supposed to knock out the bears in a lot of situations.
Huh.
But yeah, those are the hot springs, and there's an interesting little thing that you can do.
Oh, that's tail lag.
Because like you can end the bath right as your blueness on the meter runs out. It's actually a better idea to let yourself get way too hot. Because that translates to more time in exploring.
Huh. Neat.
Yeah, they actually thought of that.